Okay. Right. So today we will be talking about guilt-free relationship with food. So first question for you, because first of all, I'm not nutritionist, and so be clear with this. That's the Emir's role. But I find out that I have struggles with food, with my relation with food. So I thought maybe I can share some tips and tricks that I'm using with you as well. First question for you: who can eat chocolate cake, kebab, Snickers, whatever, and with clear conscience, clear mind, say that I don't feel any guilt, I don't feel any shame because of that?
Not me.
Me neither. Straight away, I will be like, oh, why did I do this? Hi, Amir. Nice to see you.
Oh my God.
Can you repeat the question?
Can you, because I know Omar can't, I can't as well. Can you eat chocolate cake, Snickers, kebab, whatever foods that you, let's say, call bad food or cheat food? Can you eat it without feeling guilt or shame?
That's a good question. I will say that now I don't. Head and shoulder advertisement right now. I used to quite a lot, but since I overcome this problem, I feel good about it. Okay. But I don't know what is going to be about the wisdom that you're going to share today, but I'm quite curious about it.
Well, I will just share a few tips, few tricks that I'm using because I have that problem. I have this kind of issue that I feel bad whenever I let myself off the hook and eat some bad food, or like you propose us have this cheat meal once a week. But even though it's allowed, I still feel bad if I let myself to have it.
Mm-hmm.
So the question for everyone is like, when this start? When do you first time hear or have that kind of feeling of guilt around food? Was it like someone commented out at dinner table, or maybe there was a rule in your house to clean the plates, you cannot leave anything, or maybe there was a silent belief you had that if you have extra food, dessert, anything unhealthy, you failure.
No.
There may be plenty other situations, plenty other kind of beliefs that we hold to.
Yeah. I would say that it was when I was a kid with my brother. We got a season that we used to live in a foster care. But I remember that in that foster care, it was on a specific time that they give us more food than normal. And it was a lot of bread with butter.
Right.
But we didn't know when it will be the next meal. Oh. So we just stuff ourselves like crazy. So it was like 10, 12 breads, and we've been like 7, 8 years old. So we've been just eating like crazy because we didn't know when it would be the next meal.
And that was normal that you didn't know the next meal.
Exactly, because it was very limited. That's in America.
Okay, got it.
And it was those times. Right now it's a little bit more easier. But my point is that I was creating a mindset when it comes to food that I need to stuff myself because I don't know when it's going to be the next meal, if that makes sense. That's at least me, my relationship with food.
I understand.
Makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. But tonight, we take those stories that we have, that we carry on from our childhood, and we try to rewrite them on our own terms.
That's nice.
Okay. So if you look around, you can see that in our world, mostly food isn't actually a fuel anymore. Now the trend is start to changing, but usually when you look at the food, it's some sort of scoreboard. Oh, you have this. You have to have all the nutritions like that or that. Isn't it?
It's more complicated, I would say.
For sure. And you have more knowledge than me. I'm just saying from my experience, from my observations, like I mentioned it before at the beginning, I'm not dietitian, I'm not nutrition. That's your job, not mine. I just know that at some point in our lives, we have that kind of belief that we have to count everything. We have to be very precise with what we eat, how we eat, how much we eat. And from this, we might feel guilt when we stray a little bit from that direction, from our plans, our diets, our nutritional plans. However, what if the guilt, your guilt, isn't a food problem at all? Well, there was someone trying to join, but what if your belief that you're doing something wrong is actually not yours, but inherited? So like I said before, we have rules around food. We carry them on from our childhood. Hello.
Hi, Sara. Sarita, ¿cómo estás?
Buenas, perdona. Voy corriendo de un lado para otro.
No español.
Yeah, Polish.
Polish, yes. Możemy porozmawiać.
En italiano, porque Omar es italiano. Omar is Spanish.
Okay.
That's cool. Do you want to give Sarah a little bit of a really quick?
Yeah. So we talk that most of the time our guilt and shame that we feel around the food is not actually ours. We carried it from our childhood, where we might hear some kind of comment, we might have some kind of belief in ourselves, or that grows in ourselves, that having something extra or having dessert is bad. You are a failure if you have this. So we create this kind of beliefs in ourselves, and now we have this kind of guilt and shame around food.
Something that you're making me remember is that when I came to Europe 10 years ago, I wanted really badly to have breakfast, but with the cereals. You know, these boxes of cereals from America and milk.
Okay.
And that for me was like successful. It was like, wow, I made it. You know, so those are kind of like food beliefs that other people put on you, like the movies, the TV, saying, if you're not having this croissant with orange juice in Paris or first thing in the morning, you are a failure. You are not cool.
True. Movies as well create a lot of beliefs in us.
Right? If you think about it. But here is the thing, guys. And that's where it helped me out. And I know that Rad is going to share a lot of good things as well with you. But something that helped me out a lot, it was like, if I want to have a croissant, if I want to have a pizza or a cookie, whatever I enjoy, I wanted to do it because it's my choice, not because of anyone else. And since I was a little, I was very rebel anyway. I didn't like to follow the rules. I was the only one putting them off all the time. So I don't like me knowing that I'm having a breakfast because of a commercial or a trend is happening. I want to do it because I want to do it, not because somebody else is telling me, brainwashing myself on the TVs or whatever. Make sense?
A lot of sense. Yeah. We don't like follow rules.
It's me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want you to be.
And you know me as well that I don't like that.
I want you to take your own decisions, guys. You know, with Sarah as well, that we've been having a conversation, John as well. I'm not telling you, hey, you have to do this or you must do this. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to fast track things for you, optimize things, but it's your choice, whatever you want to do, because I want you to be the owner of your life.
True. True. Very true. Question for you, Stan.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel that guilt or shame around food, does it helping you? Is it in
No.
any way helpful? How does it feel? What does it do for you? In my case, I feel paralyzed because again I failed. Again I didn't follow my diet. I have that cheat meal, and I just like okay. I have this cheat meal. Okay, I give up. No point to keep it on. But then I remember one sentence that hit me very hard when I heard it first time. I don't remember who said it, but it was that our identity, not any willpower in the world, but our identity is what keeps us free, what keeps us doing the right things. So if my identity was, oh, I'm bad because I have extra food, regardless of how strong will I have, I'm bad. So this is what we need to do, rewrite our identity, our beliefs, because beliefs are tied to identity. How can you do that? Now, a few practical steps. So let's keep that simple, doable, and honest. Let's drop all the labels, like this is bad food, this is wrong to eat that, this is that cheat food, or whatever label you put on the food. And just call it as it is. This is sweet, this is crunchy, this is filling, this is sour, this is salty, this is chicken, this is pasta. Whatever you eat, call it by its real name. Because by doing this, when you call this way, when you remove those fake labels, it's just giving you power over your beliefs. So as long as I was going and having that extra meal allowed in our diet, one a week, as long as I said, oh, it's cheat food. Okay, so I'm cheating. But I don't like cheat. I don't like, tell lies. I don't like be fake. I want to be real. So this was the friction between my identity as an honest person and having cheat meal, bad food. I'm a good person. I cannot have bad food. Do you know what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Another thing that I'm using also, used to I was like, oh, if I will have this fatty, greasy, we have that kind of grease in Poland. I don't know how to translate this. It's used as kind of like a butter on the bread. Ilona will know what it is, smell it. But I really loved it when my grandmother was doing it. Homemade. But it's very fatty, very greasy. So whenever I allow myself to have it as a child, I was like, something wrong with this. No, it's not good. It's not really good. Even though it was homemade, it was all natural sources. But then, now, I know better to not judge my food choices. Whenever I look at the food, and I feel that judgment in my head going on, I'm asking myself, is it really mine? is it really my thought, my opinion? Or maybe I've heard that somewhere. Oh, I know how it's in English. Lard. It's something similar.
Lord.
It's something similar to what we have in Poland, but probably not the same. Anyway, let's go to the third tip. Enjoy every meal. Make the meal not as a metric, not as I have to fuel myself, I have to eat. Enjoy it, savor it, eat slowly. Don't look at the numbers, but connect yourself with this food, connect yourself with your body, with hunger that you feel, with your life, with how each of the food elements feel in you, how it's in your mouth, how it smells, how it tastes. Just connect with this. Make these meals a very important moment in your life, in your day. Because honestly, I was always like, oh, I have 2 minutes. Okay, I have to grab something and just go. And at this moment, what can you grab? Whatever you find. You don't check, oh, this is good, this is bad. You don't look at this. You just open fridge or drawer and grab anything and go. Right? Now, I thought myself to stop. Okay, I know at this roughly hour I will be hungry, so I have to have food prepared. And great advice that Emir gave us was, if you don't have time to prepare food like every day, do the batch cooking. Prepare your food in advance, once a week, twice a week. Depends how your schedule works, right? Because at this time, even if you will be hurrying, even if you'll be rushing somewhere, you have food prepared, so you just open it, take it, and you can enjoy it. But very important is to make these meals something to celebrate.
Meaningful, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, meaningful.
They say it as well, not to do, how is it? Is it mindfulness with food?
Mindfulness, yeah. Mindfulness eating.
Exactly, that's another tip.
Yeah,
Be mindful about this.
It is part of what you're saying, which is enjoying your meals, because nowadays, even now, they wanted to make the food more liquid. Like, for example, Huel, it is a company that now they are using so much the marketing and stuff that they are selling you a bottle that's equal to a meal, but the marketing is so good that it's putting you there all the vitamins and minerals you need.
Yeah.
156 minerals and vitamins in this bottle, blah, blah, blah. You pay £5 for it. You saying, oh my God, yeah, this will just save me. I don't need to boil it. I don't need to cook. I just need to drink it. That's it. But we are not designed yet to be in this position of having liquid meals only.
Exactly. Yeah. And who knows how much chemistry is in that?
Exactly, because it's something new yet, and we are not used to. And we sometimes forget that the human evolution has been from eating raw meat at some point, without doing the fire and stuff, to having these well-prepared meals.
Yeah.
But if you compare the gap line in between us hunting and eating that raw meat without doing nothing, to now eating in a restaurant or boiling it really well, has been thousands of years. But from us, from hunting to now, it's still a very short span of time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly. So our body is still kind of like shocked when we are having these even protein powders and stuff. That needs to be very well checked. In my case, I suggest to some of you protein powders. Why? Because sometimes you might want to have low meat. In my case, I eat a lot of meat. I eat like 1 kilo of meat per day. Yeah, but it's because I'm in a little bit more different stage than you. Yeah, but it is a process. But anyway, carry on, Rad, because I like to talk a lot.
I know, but no worries. This is the call for everyone to share their opinion, to ask questions, and it's two of us with maybe a step forward in front of you. Maybe we have a bit more experience, but we can learn from each other. Because
Exactly.
I can bet huge money that every of you have some experience, have some knowledge that I don't have.
100%.
Okay, so next tip is to have some sort of tracking of your wins. What I mean by this is, again, me. I can tell you that I was very, especially when I was rushing and eating whatever I grab, I didn't stop myself. I was just snacking, overeating. I didn't stop when maybe not like when I feel full, but I didn't catch this moment when I actually get to that full in the right time. Emil probably will tell us more, but from what I've heard, is like 10 minutes difference between before your brain catches that your stomach is full, something like that, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it will take a lot of time. And this is me. And here is the problem that I need you to write down as well. That the more fit you are, the more healthy you are, the more muscle you go on you, the more you're going to eat. Yeah? So it will be normal to you to be hungry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's very important. So in my case, every time I go to a restaurant or every time I go to a friend's house and they want to cook for me, they surprise a lot when I eat because they say, man, you eat like for the whole family. What's going on?
They don't want to invite you.
literally. Okay.
I can't believe it.
So here is the thing. Yeah. So that's the good point as well of you building muscle and getting more fitter. Yeah. Because across these 10 years of coaching people, the biggest problem of them not seeing results was because they've been under eating. Yeah, and they've been just focusing on that, under eating on just carbs, which is the easiest way. I'm not telling you that carbs is the evil, but carbs is the easiest way for you to get sugar into your blood system. And your brain function and your organs function because of sugar. Sugar is not bad. On your blood is sugar. Yeah? But if you're having meat, for example, healthy fats, really quick, right? That will just help you to take more longer the process. So then you don't want to eat that much carbs, if that makes sense, because your body is going to take more longer to adjust. Yeah? And you're making your body work too, which is very important. So you are not making them very docile. So it's still strong. It's still, active. But anything else, Rad, that you want to say? Because I'm taking notes. Very useful.
Well, just one thing, because Rad said about these 10 minutes that your stomach realized that you are full.
Yeah.
And I think a good thing to do is to take time to chew.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if you chew more times, you are, like paying attention to what you are doing. It's taking longer, so it's helping for these 10 minutes.
That was exactly what I meant. But that point I was missing, because when you eat very fast, you just don't. Your stomach will be full, but this information didn't get to your brain to stop you. So this is what I was missing here. Before my brain catch, okay, you're full, I already was stuffed. I already overeat. So now, like Sarah said, whenever you do this, whenever you chew slowly, eat slowly, that's very important as well. this is one of the reasons why it's important as well. Because when you chew properly and you eat slowly, you give time to your stomach to inform your brain, stop, you're full. And track this. So whenever you do this, whenever you catch yourself, you can, for example, make a note. I stopped when I was full. Or if you have that kind of, I don't know, punishing self in your head that if you eat more than, or something that you're not allowed, or anything like that, and you then punish yourself, oh, okay, because I didn't eat this, I did eat something bad, then I have to, I don't know, go without food for a day or something. Or in other way, you can punish yourself. Stop. Whenever you even overeat or eat something that you are not allowed, if you don't punish yourself, track this, because that's your emotional win. And this is important when you're supportive for yourself. We are just humans, right? So it's okay to have from time to time something that you are not allowed. And I don't like even use that word, not allowed. Why am I not allowed to have snack, to have kebab, to have whatever? From time to time.
That's very true. Because here is the thing. In my case, I do this cheat meal as part of the community WhatsApp group. Why? It is a word that you're familiar to. Yeah. So then you can be okay with it. But the second point, it is that with that, I'm teaching you something that I keep teaching myself, which it is training your brain, your mind, your mindset to say, I'm choosing when I'm going to have it.
Exactly.
Again.
That's important.
Yes. I'm saying, okay, I will have once a week. You are the leader. You are saying, okay, I'm choosing when I'm going to have it.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Because what happened? The problem with snacking sometimes, or the problem with you having, how's it called when you're having a meal, eating disorders, how's it called? When you are not expecting to have a pizza or a burger and you just feel bad about it. It has a name. I forget about it. I used to use a lot that word. But that's the thing. When you are having unexpected times that you're eating something that you don't want to, yeah, that's you not having control of your life. Makes sense. For example, today has been a very stressful day. Since 7 in the morning until now, I haven't stopped. Calls, studies, recording, tax
Like
return.
cravings, no? Cravings or no?
No, it has another name. When you are stuffing yourself and then you feel bad about it, it has a name that many people use it today when they're having pizza and burger unexpectedly, and they feel bad about it. Fucking hell. But anyway, that got to my mind because I used a lot last year, a lot. But my point it is that the problem, emotional eating. Okay, I think it is something like that. Anyway, so my point, if you are choosing to have once a week a cheat meal, we're going to use cheat meal because that's okay?
I mean, I said for me, it's making friction between my identity and this word.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that it's wrong word. For anyone else can work, right?
Okay.
In my example, it doesn't.
Yeah, and that's very good. For me, it doesn't mean any more cheat meal. But my point is here, guys, for you. That I want you to pick a specific time that you want to do that cheat meal or that free meal.
Okay.
Why? Because you are choosing it. For example, you know that on Saturday you will meet with your friends. You will go with the family for pizza, or you will go, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, you go a wedding on a Sunday, whatever it is. Yeah. Then you are in control of when you want to have it. That's something that you need to remember, because otherwise, at any time you're going to feel stressed, at any time you're going to feel sad, depressed, or whatever is happening in your life, you're going to look around for something sugary or something salty. And then you're going to feel like failure.
Exactly.
By reteaching yourself to say, okay, once a week I'm going to have a free meal, either if I want it or not, you are feeling so good about it because you are in control of how you want to do it.
It's your
And that's
decision.
awesome. Literally. I'm coming from a place from eating disorders, but now me having that choice that I'm choosing if I want to have it or not based on my emotions, because based that I just want it, but I don't need it. It feels amazing. Literally feels amazing.
Yeah,
but it's
absolutely.
a process, of course. Okay?
I remember like over 10 years back when I used the Duncan diet for a while, there was in one of the stages, there was some sort of meal like this, but it was called a king's meal. So at this point, you had to prepare this meal, plan this meal ahead, like at least 3 days ahead. The best way, if you can plan for it a week before, so then you know this day, this meal is my king's meal. So I can eat whatever I want, but this is my plan, what I will have this day. Or not this day, this meal. So this way you prepare yourself. Okay. And I remember we were talking with someone from group about this, and she said that this is actually a great idea because you train your brain. I can get it to that one day. I can stick to my plan, to my nutrition, because I know that this one day I will have whatever I want. And I have already planned what I will have on that day. So you are aware of what it will be. And you are enjoying the thought, I will have it. This is my time. This is something what I want.
And that's a pro level. You get into that point of you being in charge of when you want to have things, not by emotions, just because you are deciding it. Exactly. Feels amazing. Yeah, because here is the thing. I got a tattoo here. I don't know if you can see it, but here is in Spanish. It's called libre. Every single of us, within us, we are looking for freedom. Yeah. Every time, I don't know, for example, if your boss was saying, hey, no, you have to do this because I'm the boss. I don't know if that happens to you sometimes, but you're, the fuck? You know, I'm an old person already. Why I need to follow the rules? I don't know if that happens to you. Me, at least, it was all the time. Yeah. But every single of us is craving for that freedom of doing whatever we want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But if you can master that freedom to whatever you want to do rather than what you feel to do, you are becoming that experience of having that real freedom. Nobody can experience it, sadly. But that's when you're going to get less sick. You're going to get in control because your happiness starts with how you want to make yourself feel, if that makes sense. Not because if it's raining or if it's cold, if I'm in an island or if I'm in Iceland or whatever. You are choosing how you feel at the end of the day. That's crazy, but it is like that. See? So I think that the point of today was amazing, bro. I don't know if it's anything else that you want to say. Because
one last tips for you. What happened with you, or how can you deal when you happen overeat? Instead of shaming yourself, you asked me this question a few times already. Maybe a little bit different, but it's very important to ask yourself what I was trying to soothe in this moment. Because sometimes, like you said, we have that emotional eating. So something happened in our life when we overeat, when we start to just trying to soothe ourselves with something. So find this. What was that thing? What triggers you? And then figure it out. How can you deal with this differently? That's more or less what I've prepared for you. I have also PDF for every one of you, and I will post it in the group chat. so everyone can have it. With those tips, with more tips and tricks, just because I think you deserve it.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's a good point. So, well, guys, I think, is anything else, Rat?
From my side, that's everything. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Omar, Rona, Sarah, something you want to say? Any big takeaway of today?
No.
Any big takeaway? You haven't learned anything out of this call today.
No, yes, it's all right. Just I was thinking about this when you say treat yourself. I was thinking more than in snacks, biscuits or pizza. Or, we should change our mind and treat ourselves with nice food.
Yeah.
Why need to be biscuits? I don't understand.
You are breaking the matrix.
It's like go and buy, a expensive piece of meat. I don't know.
That's what I do. But that's different level. But I'm saying now to the pro level.
Well, I'm pro.
I mean, yeah, but that's little things. But it doesn't. Do you see? That's a massive progress in your mindset when it comes to how you started with me and in the following months working together. But it's a process. Makes sense?
Yeah.
For me, coming from poverty, and with this one we're going to finish because I need to go to kickboxing. For me, it has been a process of years, and I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, from years, breaking the belief that food, it was expensive, that eating healthy was expensive. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was a little one, as I told you, it was just bread and butter. That was it. Until 17 years old. When I decided to leave from the 17 years old to Spain and then to England, I realized that it was a paradise because it was meat, it was everything. It's like, fuck, what's going on here? This is heaven, And I gained like 10 kilos in 2 weeks. It was like boom, 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 eating. But for me, it was like, food is expensive because I'm eating just bread and butter, which is cheap. Eating meat in Latin America is really expensive. It's like 50 pounds one whole chicken.
Oh.
It's crazy money. And they put a water on it to get it bigger. So it's even fake chicken. It's not even real chicken. So it's crazy. You're going to start breaking the matrix.
Exactly. Yeah. There is no magic pill that will give you this kind of mindset in 1 month or 1 week.
But it feels nice to start thinking, like, for example, what Sarah said. I know Lon as well is going to do the same, Omar as well, that you're starting recently this week. It's a process. But then you will realize and say, okay, you know what? I really want a pizza, but today, instead of the pizza, I want to go to a steakhouse that is costing 50 pounds, but probably the pizza is costing me 10 pounds. Fucking hell, 4 times more. No, I want to say, no, but I really deserve to have a 50 pounds experience, a steakhouse meat.
Yeah.
Or this caviar thing that is horrible and it's like 1,000 pounds, and it's black thing.
You won't convince me to this. No, thank you.
Either. But people do it and they treat themselves on that experience, it's crazy. But, it's different levels of experience when it comes to food and stuff like that. But well done, guys, for being today here. Remember, every Thursday is an opportunity to you to refuel. Even though today is something that you potentially are not, right now, you are giving one step ahead when it comes to your self-esteem. Because just look around. Who on earth right now is sitting down for half an hour, 40 minutes, talking about nutrition and understanding yourself? Who the hell is doing that?
We are.
So you're exactly, we are the 1% out there that is doing something different. That's playing a big game. At the moment, people are in tunnel vision. Work, late, work, sleep, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are breaking the matrix. You are in the 1%, so feel fucking amazing, That's, for me, it's like amazing.
Because we are amazing. All
exactly.
Of us.
So that's the thing, my guys. Okay, so well done. I need to shoot now, but
Once more,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you being here, listening to me, telling you this. And like I say, the PDF will be in the group chat as well as the recording from it.
Awesome.
Enjoy your
Perfect.
evening.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.